Hey guys, it's Quinn, and today, Star Wars. Now, this is just the original trilogy, and I'm reviewing them based on how much I enjoy them, not how good they are. So, with that, let's crack at it. Now, the first Star Wars film, A New Hope, has been raved as one of the best films of all time, and I can really see that. Although, I feel that 2001 A Space Odyssey was really the origins of its special effects and has superior special effects. The reason that the Star Wars films hold up is because their special effects are really high quality. And that's how I describe this film as a whole. It's a high quality film. A New Hope from start to finish is, I think, the cleanest Star Wars film by far. And although I prefer Return of the Jedi, the original Star Wars, in my opinion, is by far the best in the series. Obi-Wan is the greatest character I've ever seen, and an essay that I wrote about him got me the highest score in the class, so, thank you for that. And of course, Han Solo is also just a fantastic character. Now, Luke Skywalker is obviously the main character, and for me, that's what makes the film, is how he grows and interacts with Han Solo and Obi-Wan. Sure, he's annoying as hell in the beginning, but by the time we get that money shot of him looking up at the two moons, I'm just on board with him. And for me, this is why the film is great. It introduces a concept that could have been seen as stupid, and going into it, I thought it was stupid, but almost immediately you get sucked into this great story. The character ensemble is the best of any film I can think of. The effects are great, the action is awesome, and who can beat the theme song? Overall, this film is a 9 out of 10 subjectively, but right at the top of all time objectively. But for every great film, we have the disappointing sequel, and I know I will receive a lot of hate and be called an idiot for this, but Empire Strikes Back just doesn't really work for me. Now, Cloud City onward, the film is brilliant, that's not what I'm arguing, but everything leading up to it is just so boring, and I can take slow films. 12 Angry Men and 2001 A Space Odyssey, for example, are two of my top 10 films, but my God, the subtleness of the first Star Wars film is just blown up to such a degree that everything that was great in small doses in the first film is just completely overdone in this one. Now, I'll take Obi-Wan teaching Luke about the Force, for example. In A New Hope, it was treated as an idea that you have to let the Force absorb you. That's why it's cool, and that's why the blowing up of the Death Star is so badass. But in Empire, the Force is treated like, a training montage straight out of Rocky 4, and for me, that just takes a lot of the magic out of the entire idea. And sure, Yoda is a sensei, but Obi-Wan just has that extra bit of magic to him, because I feel like he can actually fight. I know it's stupid, that's just me. And I do have to say, though, Han Solo is pretty spectacular in this film. So, rant aside, this film is somewhere in the low sevens for me. And now we get my personal favorite Star Wars film, Return of the Jedi. And the reason it's my favorite is because it combines the heart of New Hope with the badassery of the ending of Empire into one huge-ass final showdown. I absolutely love everything about the ending in this film. And the final showdown between father and son, which I don't really think is a spoiler, I think everyone on the planet knows that by now, is one of my favorite battles in any film I can think of. It reminds me a lot of something like GoldenEye, where two people who love each other, but they have to fight for their own greater good. And call me sappy, but the action in this film is great. The final Skywalker v Skywalker showdown is exactly what the trilogy should end like, and really this is just a feel-good movie at the end of the day. It may not be as deep and as subtle in its messages as A New Hope, and you can argue that the ending of Empire is better, but to combine both of those into one ending of a trilogy, what else could you want? And the final shot of Luke and Anakin together with the rest of the Force posse as well, it's perfect. I'll give it a 9.2 out of 10. So overall, I can understand why people love this series, and although I really only enjoy 2 out of the 3 original films, I think Empire's kind of iffy, that shouldn't take away from the fact that this is one of the best trilogies. I remember watching a debate between which is a better third film in the franchise, Goldfinger or Return of the Jedi, and even though Goldfinger barely won by like a coin flip, the fact that this is the caliber of film that Star Wars is compared to speaks of just how popular the series is and how good quality it is. It may not be my favorite, but it's sure as hell fun. So what is your favorite Star Wars film? Am I an idiot for not loving Empire Strikes Back? And most importantly, Return of the Jedi or Goldfinger, which is better? I think Goldfinger is, but you know I'm intensely biased. Whatever it may be, leave it in the comments section below. And as always, like, share, comment, subscribe for more James Bond and movie content. And I'll see you guys next time. Be sure to subscribe. Ciao.